This is Captain Joe Kent with this week's GoBaja.com fishing report. Well, we were hoping to come to you from on the water today, but this wind has just been blowing at over 20 miles an hour all day, and that's just too rough to be out on the water in a sports fishing boat. Now, I'm looking at some guys down there. They're coming in, and I think they've been out, and they're just trying to find some calm water to fish in, and I don't blame them. Here we are on Lake Madeline here, just off of Offatt's Bayou, and it's about as calm a place as you can find. And even at that, you can probably hear the wind gusting out here. And when it gets up there around 20 miles an hour, that is just a little bit too rough for this captain to be out on the water. Now, what's happening this year? I've had to cancel out more trips since late March than I've ever had to cancel out in a period of time like this in any other year. I've talked to some of the weather experts, and they explained to it from a scientific standpoint of why we're having all this wind. And I asked them, I said, okay, we've had the windiest spring on record down here in the Texas coast. Now, what's going to happen this summer? Well, they don't know. Reason being, they can't forecast wind with any degree of accuracy at all, more than about a few days out, no more than a week away. So anyhow, we're hoping that by Memorial Day weekend, we're going to start seeing some weather settle. Every year, we've had some real good weather around Memorial Day weekend, and that's about the date that we trigger the summer action to start. And I'm hoping this year is no exception. Now, that's just next weekend, so we got to be on the alert and watch the weather. And if it is good, Memorial Day weekend may be a fantastic weekend to get out on the water. Now, for this weekend coming up, I don't know. If you look at the forecast, it doesn't look real good. I don't mean to be so pessimistic about everything, but fishing has just been handicapped by all of this wind, and one front coming through after another is switching directions. So what's that going to say for this weekend? Well, I think if you can find some protected water, that's going to be the key. The protected shorelines of Bayou Peninsula and Galveston Island have been producing some pretty nice trout and reds. But you got to find that protected, clear water, and I'm using the emphasis clear, in order to get the fish. Now, up there in the Clear Lake, Seabrook area, I think it's just going to depend on whether the wind's blowing or not. If the wind's blowing, you're just going to have to go back into the creeks like Dickinson Bayou and Upper Clear Creek and try to find some protected water up there. But anyhow, it's going to get better. It always will, and the summer is going to be a great summer of fishing. And always remember, the best time to go fishing is whenever you can. This is Captain Joe Kent, and we'll be back again next week.